Let's talk about being a new stepmom to adult children. Anecdotally, we tend to play down the significance of a stepmom entering a family later in its history. And this is kind of echoed in the sentiments that a lot of adult stepchildren will say, oh, that's just dad's new wife, or that's my mom's new partner, whatever. That doesn't always match up with reality, and it definitely doesn't tell the whole story. This is by no means an exhaustive list of the issues that can come up for new stepmoms of adult children, but many of the challenges that seem to come up again and again tend to fall somewhere within these three categories. Establishing boundaries, for one. Oftentimes, adult stepchildren, by virtue of the fact that they're adults, have set expectations and established routines for how they engage within their family and in the relationships with each of their parents. It can be tricky for a new stepmom to determine what level of involvement and influence may be appropriate in their relationships with their stepchildren. And this can be heightened by personal values, communication style, and any number of other characteristics that in the adult stepchildren have had a chance to fully develop, unlike when they were small. Then there's the challenge of building trust and acceptance. Unlike coming into the picture when they were young, your adult stepchildren have now had a lifetime to develop their own assumptions, biases, preconceived notions of stepmothers in general. Even if they're open to the idea of your presence in their lives, they have their own lives going on. And so the idea of having to make up for lost time or speed up or force some kind of trust building and relationship cultivation might be jarring to them or seem absolutely ludicrous. Meanwhile, it can be quite difficult for you to trust your adult stepchildren, especially when you don't have lots of opportunities for consistent contact with one another, or when you know that there's just been so much water under that family bridge and you're not privy to all the information. Finally, there's the matter of loyalty and divided allegiances within the family. Pretty much any adult are their family relationships stress-free and simple purely because they've reached adulthood? No, we've all got our baggage. Life is complicated. It's already the baseline that you can expect with adult stepchildren. On top of that, there is often residual pain and grief and tension and resentment of how their parents' relationship ended and how it's gone since then. Also, if this is the first relationship that they've witnessed their parent having, it can also kind of give them a little bit of the icks to picture their parent dating, for example. It's not at all uncommon for an adult stepchild to kind of regress in some of their behaviors and act out almost in some ways that mimic a much younger developmental phase. Now, for more on this, there's a chapter from a book I highly recommend for all stepmoms. I'm going to link it in the caption below. But again, this list is just a starting point. So if you are a new stepmom to adult children, what have you encountered so far? I'd love to know.